What if the key to unlocking your greatest potential wasn't something you could learn from a book, but a hidden power that lies dormant within you, only accessible to those who are truly prepared? What if this ability wasn't just a modern concept, but an ancient secret whispered through generations, waiting to be rediscovered by a select few? This isn't about some external technique or a complicated method. It's about a state of being, an inner alignment that allows you to effortlessly draw your desires into your life. And this requires a specific kind of inner readiness, a preparation of the self. This readiness isn't something you're born with. It's a cultivated state, achieved through consistent practice, the strategic repetition of specific affirmations, and a particular type of mental focus that begins to reshape your deepest beliefs. The great teachers of the past have always known this. They understood that this isn't wishful thinking or some form of magic. This is a fundamental understanding of how universal principles actually operate, and I'm going to show you how to implement them in your own life. Now, consider this for a moment. Without this inner shift, you're essentially living a life on the surface, where you are at the mercy of external circumstances, constantly striving, pushing, and battling with an outer world that seems to be working against you. Imagine, instead, that you are living from a space of deep peace, where life flows with ease. Doors open before you without effort, opportunities seem to materialize as if from thin air, and you're not struggling, but allowing, dancing with the rhythm of life rather than fighting against it. This isn't just some theoretical concept. This is a practical understanding that holds the key to unlocking your hidden potential. It's a process that will challenge your current beliefs and offer a new perspective on how your reality is actually created. This journey begins with cultivating the correct inner conditions. It requires a shift from simply thinking to deeply feeling, and ultimately understanding the power of letting go of the how, and trusting that the path will naturally unfold as it should. It's not about forceful action, but about effortless alignment. This ancient secret, this truth about your potential, hasn't been something openly shared. Rather, it's been safeguarded, not to make it exclusive, but for those who are truly ready to receive it. So, what exactly makes someone ready? Again, this isn't about learning some complex technique or discovering some hidden formula. It's about cultivating a specific state of inner alignment, that quiet internal space that allows you to tap into this ancient wisdom. This is the very core of this teaching. Your subconscious mind is the fertile ground where your deepest beliefs take root, and the practice of repeating affirmations slowly begins to rewrite that internal landscape. This takes place in a very specific mental state, a state that is akin to sleep, and as we continue, I'm going to be explaining exactly how this works. Think of your mind as a garden. Your thoughts and beliefs are seeds. The quality of the seeds determine the quality of the harvest. Plant negative thoughts, and you will reap negative results. Yet, the power to choose what seeds you plant lies within you. So, are you truly ready to explore the possibility that the life you've always envisioned is already waiting for you? But it is only accessible once you've made the necessary internal shifts. Is it possible to unlock that very state of being that allows you to flow into the life of your dreams with grace and ease? It may feel like a mystery, but I'm going to peel back the layers so that you can understand why this ancient secret has been pursued and honored for centuries. You'll start to feel the shift the moment you commit to this practice. Your outer reality will begin to reflect the changes that are taking root within your subconscious mind. Stay attentive. In the next part, I'm going to show you a very specific prayer that will help you unlock this transformative state. It's deceptively simple, but when used consistently, it holds the power to completely reshape your life. So, what does it truly mean to be in a state of readiness? It's more than just a fleeting feeling or a surface-level desire. It's a profound internal alignment, a merging of your mental, emotional, and spiritual energies into a singular point of focused intention. It's like the precise moment when a bow is drawn back, the arrow poised, the entire system ready to release its energy into a singular trajectory. This internal state is where your potential becomes actualized, where your dreams begin to materialize from the formless into the real world. And understanding how to cultivate this space is an essential element in accessing the ancient secret. Think of it this way: if you are constantly pulled in different directions by your anxieties, your doubts, and your fears, your energy is scattered, unfocused, and your potential remains unfulfilled. But when you learn to consciously choose your inner state, when you're clear on what you desire, then your energy can be directed with precision and power, like that arrow flying directly to the target. This isn't about suppressing or denying any negative emotions. It's about consciously choosing where you place your focus and what inner landscape you nurture. To begin to cultivate this state, we must first address the activity of our minds. Our thoughts are like restless waves, constantly crashing against the shore, creating noise and confusion, and this mental activity is the very thing that prevents you from aligning with your desired reality. So, how do you calm the mind? It doesn't mean you stop thinking. That's nearly impossible. What it means is you become aware of the thoughts, seeing them as clouds passing in the sky, not the sky itself. Find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed and close your eyes. Begin to notice your thoughts, watching as they arise and pass, without judging them, without engaging with them, just notice. When you feel your mind has wandered, gently bring your attention back to your breath, the rise and fall of your chest, and begin again. The key here is awareness and gentle redirection. It's a practice of returning again and again. For example, if a thought arises such as, "I'll never achieve this," simply acknowledge the thought, let it pass, and return your attention to the present moment, to your breath. The power isn't in stopping the thoughts, but in choosing not to engage with them. This mental stillness is the fundamental first step to prepare the ground for the ancient secret, and the more you practice, the more control you'll have over your focus and intention. Now that you've created a quiet space, it's time to address your emotional state, because your emotions are the fuel that powers manifestation. They're the vibrant energy that animates your intentions. Cultivating feelings of peace, gratitude, and joy acts as the foundational bedrock to receive and embody the ancient secret. It's not enough to simply think positively. You must feel the positive emotions, letting them permeate your entire being. But how? It begins with conscious choice, choosing what to focus on. Consider the things in your life that you are grateful for, no matter how small, and allow yourself to truly feel that gratitude, letting it resonate through your body. Think about moments in your life that have brought you genuine joy, perhaps a memory of laughter, a beautiful moment in nature, or a loving connection with another, and really allow yourself to step into that moment, feeling it with your entire being. This isn't about pretending. It's about consciously choosing an emotional state that aligns with what you wish to create. If you are wanting to manifest abundance, feel abundant. If you desire peace, begin to cultivate inner peace. It's about aligning your inner state with the outer result. As you cultivate these feelings, you are shifting your inner vibration, creating the fertile ground where the ancient secret can take root and bloom. Finally, it's time to address your beliefs. Your beliefs are the very foundation upon which your reality is built. It's a critical step to truly integrate the ancient secret. Your self-talk can be either your greatest ally or your greatest saboteur. It all depends on what beliefs you are reinforcing through it. Take a moment and write down any limiting beliefs you may hold about yourself or what you are capable of, and for each limiting belief, create a new empowering one. For example, if you have the belief, "I am not good enough," rewrite it as, "I am worthy of all that I desire." If you believe, "I am not capable of achieving my goals," rewrite it as, "I have the power to create the life I desire." The point of this isn't to blindly affirm something that you don't believe, but to actively reprogram your subconscious, planting the seeds of empowering beliefs into your fertile inner space. This inner shift isn't just a mental trick, it's a deep transformation of your identity, a realization of your true potential, and this is the fundamental preparation for accessing the power of the ancient secret. Now that we've laid the groundwork by cultivating the correct inner space, it's time to introduce the very affirmation that acts as the key to the state of readiness. This isn't some complex incantation, rather it's a simple prayer, a sequence of carefully selected words designed to align you with the core principles of abundance, peace, and limitless potential. Remember, this isn't about magical words, but about the intention behind them. Here are the words I want you to begin to use. I am worthy of all the good that flows to me. I am abundant in all areas of my life. I am at peace with all that is. I am grateful for this life and my limitless potential. As you speak these words, understand the intentionality of each phrase. I am worthy of all the good that flows to me acknowledges your inherent deservingness, a direct affirmation against any self-doubt. I am abundant in all areas of my life shifts your perspective from lack to the limitless flow that is always available. I am at peace with all that is acknowledges the natural order of existence, a calm acceptance that releases resistance. And finally, I am grateful for this life and my limitless potential recognizes your inherent power to shape your reality and your gratitude for it all. This isn't merely a string of nice-sounding words. It's a conscious engagement with universal principles, a powerful declaration of your true nature. Now let's get into the specifics of how to perform this powerful practice. The most effective time to perform this practice is during that period when you are drifting off to sleep, in that state akin to sleep. Your body is relaxed, your mind is quiet, and your subconscious is most receptive to suggestion. Find a quiet place, turn off all distractions, lie down in a comfortable position, and close your eyes. Begin by taking a few slow, deep breaths, allowing your body to fully relax and begin to enter that state akin to sleep. Start repeating the affirmation, speaking each word slowly and deliberately, and feel each sentence as if it's already true. There is no need to rush through the affirmation. Allow each word to resonate with your entire being. It's not about mindlessly chanting the words. It's about feeling them, embodying them, becoming them. You should feel the deservingness, the abundance, the peace, and the gratitude with every repetition. The suggested number of repetitions is 21 times. It's a solid number for imprinting the new belief in your mind, and each time you do it, you strengthen the neural pathways that align you with your desired state. As you do this practice, understand that this is not a passive activity. This is an intentional act of self-reprogramming, and every single repetition is bringing you closer to unlocking the ancient secret. The true power of this technique isn't just in the words you speak, but in the intention and focus that you bring to the practice. If your mind wanders, and it will, simply bring it back to the words without any judgment. The key isn't about perfection, it's about intention, and the more you practice, the easier it will become to maintain your focus. If you feel doubt arising, simply acknowledge it without engaging with it, and gently bring your mind back to the affirmation and the feeling it evokes. This is a retraining of the mind. You are actively building a new habit of focus and intention, and each time you do the practice, you are reinforcing the neural pathways that will help you more easily manifest what you desire. Imagine a runner who has never trained before. The first run may be challenging, but with consistency, the runner builds endurance, becomes stronger, and the run becomes easier. The same principle applies to your mind. The more you engage with the practice of intention and focus, the easier it becomes to embody the state of readiness, and the easier it becomes to unlock the ancient secret. To further amplify the effect of this practice, integrate visualization into the process. And this visualization shouldn't be random or vague. It should align directly with the feelings that the affirmation is designed to invoke. As you repeat, I am worthy of all the good that flows to me. Imagine yourself already receiving that good. Imagine your life overflowing with abundance, peace, and joy. Don't just picture it as a movie playing on the screen of your mind. Engage all your senses. What do you see? What do you hear? What do you smell? What do you feel? Step into that version of yourself, embody it. This isn't about daydreaming. This is about creating a tangible reality in your mind, something your subconscious mind can take as a blueprint for the life you're calling into being. As you repeat, "I am at peace with all that is," imagine a deep sense of inner calm, a feeling of serenity and unwavering trust. As you repeat, "I am grateful for this life and my limitless potential," imagine your life as if you've already accomplished your goals, your heart filled with gratitude for the life that you have manifested, and your limitless potential for even more growth. By combining the power of the words with the feeling and the vision, you are setting in motion a powerful process of aligning your inner state with your outer desires, and you are preparing to receive the ancient secret with open arms. Your subconscious mind learns through repetition and emotion, so understand that consistency in this practice is critical. Each repetition of the affirmation reinforces the new belief system, embedding it deeper into the fabric of your subconscious mind. And each time you do it, you reinforce the neural pathways that align you with your desired state. This process is not a one-time event. It's a gradual transformation, a steady planting of seeds in the fertile ground of your inner landscape. Think of the mind like a garden. If you consistently plant the seeds of abundance, peace, and potential, and you tend to it with consistent focus and intention, what can you expect to harvest? Likewise, if you plant seeds of doubt, fear, and lack, and you water them with negative self-talk and limiting beliefs, what do you expect to harvest? It is the repeated planting that determines the harvest. It's crucial to understand the difference between surface-level beliefs, those that live in your conscious mind, and deep-seated beliefs that live in your subconscious, because the subconscious is always stronger. With repetition, you are taking a conscious belief and moving it into the subconscious, where it becomes a new and unwavering truth. You must understand the emotional component is actually more powerful than the words themselves. The affirmation you are using is a powerful tool, but it is the feeling behind the words that accelerates the transformation. As you say, "I am worthy of all the good that flows to me," don't just say the words. Truly feel the worthiness in your body, letting it resonate within you. As you say, "I am abundant in all areas of my life," feel the abundance, letting it fill you up. It is not an intellectual exercise, it is an emotional embodiment. You may find that your mind drifts and you begin to think about the lack of abundance in your life, and this is okay. Just consciously choose to bring the emotion back into your body. Shift your focus away from your thoughts and into your heart, feeling the emotion as you say the words. This is an active engagement of choice, choosing the emotion that you want to feel. It may feel foreign at first, but with repetition and intention, you will build this ability over time, and you'll be amazed at the speed of transformation once you have mastered this skill. You are training your body and your emotions to work in tandem with your affirmations. It's also critical to understand the importance of persistence, especially when initial results are not immediately apparent, and this is where most people give up, right before the breakthrough. Understand that transformation, like a seed growing into a tree, takes time. The seeds you're planting through this affirmation are working, even if you don't immediately see the external results. They are taking root, and they are beginning to shape your reality. This is about building momentum. Each time you engage in the practice, you're creating a greater wave of intention, and that wave gets bigger and stronger with each repetition. Imagine a small leak in a dam. At first, the leak may seem insignificant, but over time, the constant pressure from the water creates a larger hole, and eventually, that small leak can create a flood. The same is true with your practice. The consistent effort over time will create powerful changes, even when you don't see them happening. Don't let the lack of immediate results cause you to give up too soon. This is the very place where you build resilience and faith, and this is the very space where transformation truly begins. Now, understand that resistance is natural. Your mind is designed to resist change, especially changes in the subconscious, but you have the power to reprogram it. Doubts and negative thoughts will inevitably arise during this practice, but this is not a sign that it's not working. It's a natural part of the process. It's like the gardener who encounters weeds in the garden. It's not a sign that he should give up. but that he should continue to cultivate with care and intention. When these thoughts arise, acknowledge them without judgment and without engaging with them. Simply redirect your focus back to the affirmation and the feeling that it invokes. You can reframe those thoughts to support you. For example, instead of thinking, "I can't do this," you can reframe it to, "I am still learning, and that is okay." Instead of "this won't work for me," you can reframe it as, "I am open to receiving the benefits of this practice." This is not about denying or suppressing your negative thoughts. It's about acknowledging them and consciously choosing a new thought that is more aligned with the outcome you wish to manifest. But here's the catch. To truly master the ancient secret, it's not just about planting the seed, it's about letting go of the need to control the how and the when. And this is often the hardest part for people to master, because we have been conditioned to control everything. The paradox of detachment is that you must desire your manifestation, but you must also release the need for it. Wanting something too desperately can create a state of resistance. It's like trying to hold water in your hand. The tighter you grip, the more you lose. There's a big difference between desiring something and being attached to it. Desiring comes from a place of love, from a feeling of excitement, and from knowing that it is already yours. Attachment comes from a place of fear, from a feeling of lack, and from believing that it's outside of yourself. Imagine a magnet. If you have a gentle pull between two magnets, they will come together. But if you forcefully try to push the two magnets together, they will actually repel. Your desires are like the magnet. They are attracted to you, but you must create the conditions for them to align with you. Faith is not a passive feeling, it's an active force, a demonstration of trust, and a commitment to your vision, even when you don't see the results in your physical reality. It's the unwavering knowing that what you desire is already yours, even if it hasn't yet materialized. This isn't just hopping, it's a deep understanding that the process will work. Doubt, on the other hand, is like a weed that can undermine your work. It can weaken the foundation that you have spent so much time building. Faith isn't just a belief, it is an emotional commitment to the process, and your repeated practice of the affirmation is creating the space for your faith to grow. You're choosing to trust in the unseen, and this act of trust is essential to allowing your desired reality to unfold. To grow your faith, you can begin by reflecting on past situations where things have worked out for you, and really allow yourself to feel gratitude for the way the universe has worked in your favor. Use that as fuel for your faith that it will happen again. The universe has its own way of bringing your desires into existence. Its intelligence goes beyond the limits of your human mind. Your job is to align with that natural process and to release the need to control it. The seed doesn't question how it will grow into a tree or when, it simply trusts the process of growth. Nature produces results effortlessly, and you are part of that same natural process. Your job is not to force, but to allow, not to control, but to trust. You must let go of your expectations of how your desires will manifest, because the universe may surprise you with something far beyond your imagination. By releasing your control, you're making space for the universe to fulfill your intentions in ways that are far beyond your human planning. Let go of the need to know the exact path, and simply trust that the right path is naturally unfolding before you. Letting go of control actually accelerates the manifestation process. It releases the resistance and opens the path for your desires to come to you. It's like a river seeking its own level. It has its own natural flow, and by trying to control that flow, you create a dam, preventing the water from flowing naturally. The moment you release your need to control, you align with the natural flow, and you allow the river to move freely and effortlessly. Manifestation is not about chasing the outcome. It's about creating the state that attracts the outcome to you. And by releasing the need to control, you are actually accelerating the process, allowing your desires to find their natural way into your life. By releasing control, you actually gain more power. You are freeing your energy and using that energy to cultivate the inner state that is in alignment with what you wish to create. And finally, understand that the transformation process doesn't always begin with physical changes. It begins with internal shifts that are often subtle at first. These shifts are indicators that the process is indeed working, long before the external manifestations appear, so you must learn to recognize these signs. The outer reality mirrors your inner state, so begin to look for the changes within, and these changes may begin as a feeling of increased peace, a feeling of greater clarity, an increased feeling of confidence in yourself, and excitement for the future. These internal shifts are often subtle, but they are powerful indicators that you are moving in the right direction, because change always starts from within. These subtle internal shifts may not seem significant at first, but they are the very seeds that will blossom into your manifested reality, and they are proof of the process working. And as your internal state changes, you'll begin to notice the universe responding in a variety of ways. Synchronicities, coincidences, and unexpected opportunities will begin to appear in your life, seemingly out of nowhere, but understand that it's not by accident, it's a reflection of your shifting vibration. A new job opportunity may align with your feelings of abundance. A new connection may align with your desire for love and companionship. The universe is always responding to your inner state, even when you don't consciously realize it, and it is up to you to begin to recognize these subtle shifts as indicators that the practice is working. The more you notice them, the more you are encouraged to continue, and the more you trust that the process is unfolding as it should. This understanding will greatly accelerate your progress because you begin to see the evidence of your internal power. You'll begin to view the world through a new lens, seeing the abundance, the opportunities, and the connections that were always there, but now you have the clarity to see them. Your perspective will shift. You will view your past challenges with more understanding, recognizing that they were all part of your journey. You may begin to understand why certain things happened, and what lessons you were meant to learn from them. You may recognize that your perspective is now very different than what it was, because you have made deep internal changes that have shifted the very way you see the world. The more you embody this perspective, the more empowered you will feel, and the more easily you will attract all that you desire. This expanded perspective is one of the many gifts that comes from engaging with the power of this ancient secret. Remember the analogy of planting a seed. You plant the seed, you water it, you trust that it will grow, but the most significant growth is happening beneath the surface, unseen to the naked eye. The same is true of your inner world. The transformation that is occurring may not always be visible on the outside, but it is happening on the inside. The key is to recognize that unseen growth, to appreciate the subtle shifts in your inner world, and to trust that the external reality will follow. Your job is to consistently engage with this practice, to have faith in your limitless potential, and to understand that patience and persistence are crucial. You are in the process of building something extraordinary, and it simply takes time. The power of this practice is not in the initial results, but in the consistent intention, faith, and understanding that the transformation is underway, and your outer world will soon mirror what you've created on the inside. So, how do you begin to integrate this practice into your daily routine? The key is consistency, and to make this practice a regular part of your life. Start by choosing a specific time of the day, either morning or night, and commit to doing the affirmation for the next 7 nights. Find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed, and allow yourself to fully relax into the state akin to sleep. Repeat the affirmation 21 times, and allow yourself to fully embrace the feelings that each sentence evokes. If your mind wanders, gently bring it back to the affirmation without judgment. If doubts arise, acknowledge them, and then redirect your focus to the words. This practice is not about perfection, it's about intention, and the more consistent you are, the more easily you'll begin to access the power of the ancient secret. The time you invest in this practice will pay off in ways that you can't possibly imagine. Now, I invite you to engage with our community by sharing your experiences and insights in the comments. Share how this practice is shifting your life, how you feel more empowered, and how you're beginning to recognize all the shifts that have begun to take place. By sharing, you are reinforcing your commitment to this journey, and you are also contributing to the collective energy of growth and transformation. Also, when you share your experiences, you offer support and encouragement to others, creating a space for collective healing and empowerment. Remember, there is great power in community, and when we come together, we amplify the power of this ancient secret. You don't have to do this alone. Before we go on, I want to reinforce the key principles we have discussed. The ancient secret is an internal state, not an external technique. Readiness is critical to unlock this power, and repetition and consistency are the keys to creating lasting change. Understand that by quieting your mind, cultivating your emotions, and aligning your beliefs with your desired reality, you are creating the fertile ground for the ancient secret to take root. You are not a victim of your circumstances, you are the creator of them, and by engaging in this practice, you are consciously choosing to create a more abundant, peaceful, and fulfilling life. This is about mastering yourself from the inside out. Now that you understand the process, I want to issue a strong call to action. Commit to this practice for the next 7 nights, without any exceptions. Find a quiet space. Allow yourself to fully relax into the state akin to sleep. Repeat the affirmation 21 times with feeling and intention. And in the comments below, I invite you to write, "I am ready to unlock the ancient secret." And by writing these words, you are declaring your commitment to this journey, and you are actively aligning with your limitless potential. You have the power to transform your life, and it starts with the small step you take today. Your life has infinite potential, and you have the power to make it all a reality. So, what is this ancient secret, the one we have been discussing, the one that has been sought by so many throughout the ages? Before I reveal it to you, I want you to understand that the entire journey we've taken together wasn't about finding something external. It wasn't about discovering some hidden technique or esoteric knowledge, but about uncovering the power that resides within you. The ancient secret, the truth that has eluded so many, is simply this: self-mastery. It's the ability to consciously direct your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs through intention, repetition, and feeling, and that this isn't some external practice but an internal transformation, a journey of coming home to yourself. You see, you weren't searching for a secret, you were becoming the secret itself. The power to transform your life, the ability to create your reality, was inside of you all along, waiting to be awakened, waiting for you to become ready. It wasn't about discovering something new, it was about remembering something that you already knew deep within your soul. The journey wasn't about changing the world, but transforming your perception of it. Think back to the analogies we've discussed: the garden, the seed, and the fertile soil. Throughout this practice, you've been preparing your inner landscape, cultivating the necessary conditions for transformation. The specific affirmation and visualizations, those are the seeds that you've been carefully planting, and the quiet mind, the positive emotions, and the empowering beliefs, that's the fertile soil where they can take root and grow. You've aligned your mind, your body, and your spirit, creating the ideal conditions for change. Understand that you weren't just passively listening to this video, you are actively participating in this process, step by step, and the changes you are feeling now are a testament to the power of your intention and your ability to shape your reality. The process wasn't about performing a single technique, it was about intentionally creating a beautiful and thriving inner garden. You've been the gardener all along, and the seeds that you've planted are now on their way to flourishing, bearing the fruits of your desire. Now, let's take a moment to synthesize all the core ideas that we've explored throughout this journey, because each principle is critical and they all work in harmony, not independently. The subconscious mind, that powerful engine of your reality, learns through repetition and emotion. The affirmations that you've been repeating are creating new neural pathways in your mind, shifting your beliefs from lack to abundance. Feeling, that vibrant energy that animates your intentions, accelerates the manifestation process, and letting go of attachment, releasing the need to control, that opens the space for the universe to bring your desires to you in ways that are often far beyond our human imagination. You see, this practice wasn't about any one single idea, but a combination of all of them, working in tandem, each element equally important, and without one, the rest simply won't work. Without that feeling, the affirmations are just empty words, and without that letting go, the process will be slowed down by resistance. They are all vital parts of the same machine, and by understanding how they work in synchronicity, you unlock their true potential and your true power. And finally, consider the transformation of your perspective, how it's shifted from seeking external solutions to embracing the power that lives within you. Before you began this practice, you may have felt that your life was dependent on external circumstances, that you were a victim of your surroundings. Now, you've recognized that you have the power to change your inner landscape, and that, in turn, changes your external reality. And this is no longer just a technique that you apply. It's a new way of being, a fundamental shift in your relationship with the world. Your desires are no longer something that you're chasing, but something that you're now attracting through the alignment of your inner vibration. And this shift in perspective is perhaps the greatest gift of all. It wasn't about learning to control your environment. It was about learning to master your inner world. And from that mastery, the rest falls into place. It was the recognition that the kingdom you seek is not in the world, but within you. Now, let's place this ancient secret within a broader framework, because this isn't just some personal technique. It's a universal principle, aligning you with the natural flow of the universe. When you consciously direct your thoughts, your emotions, and your beliefs, you're not just changing your own personal experience. You're aligning yourself with universal laws of attraction, and these laws are not something that are just available to some. They are available to all. This practice wasn't invented, it was discovered, like gravity, like the laws of physics. And just as these natural laws are available to everyone, this practice is available to all, no matter your background, your beliefs, or your current circumstances. You now hold the keys to unlock these universal laws and the power to create the life that you desire. This is far more than a personal journey. It's a recognition of your place in the cosmos, your ability to harmonize with the same creative forces that have shaped the universe, and this understanding transforms the very way you see the world. Understand that this journey of readiness is not just a prerequisite for accessing this ancient secret, but a marker of spiritual evolution. By choosing to show up, by making the commitment to engage with this practice, you have demonstrated that you are ready to take the next step on your path. While most remain content in the darkness of their limiting beliefs, you have stepped into the light, and that courage will be rewarded in ways that you cannot even begin to imagine. This wasn't about learning a technique. It was about growing into the next version of yourself, and this awareness of spiritual evolution is the very foundation for your continued growth. You have demonstrated a willingness to expand beyond your current limitations, and that openness is the very thing that will propel you forward, allowing you to live a life that is beyond anything you have previously imagined. The implications of this practice extend far beyond your individual transformation. Each time you embody self-mastery, you ripple that energy into the collective consciousness, and that energy is felt by everyone. Your shift is not just changing your own life, but the lives of those around you. By choosing to live in a state of abundance, peace, and limitless potential, you are impacting the lives of everyone around you and contributing to the healing and evolution of humanity. The transformation you achieve today is not confined to you. It touches the lives of those you love, the lives of your community, and it creates a positive impact on the world. It is a ripple effect. The same way a pebble creates waves on a pond, your transformation will expand outward. You are a part of a larger movement. You are one piece of a much larger puzzle, and together we create change. And finally, understand that true transformation doesn't come from the external manipulation of circumstances. It arises from an internal alignment, a shifting of your relationship with yourself. This is not a tool to get what you want, but a path to understanding who you truly are. Your desires manifest more easily when you are aligned with them, and not because you force them to be so, but because you've created the right conditions for them to blossom naturally. This isn't a game or a trick, it is the very nature of creation. This practice has shifted your relationship to your life, and your desires have evolved from something you needed to chase to something you naturally attract. The ancient secret was not outside of you, it was the recognition of the power you hold inside of yourself, and that understanding has now changed the very way you perceive events around you. The practice itself is a path to understanding yourself. Now, let's address any lingering questions, any pieces that might still feel out of place, because the journey has been carefully orchestrated, and all the answers have been woven into the fabric of our discussions. Those questions that arose at the beginning regarding the existence of a secret and the power of self-transformation, they have all been answered through your active participation in this process, and the mystery that existed at the beginning is now clear, and the path is now illuminated. It was never about finding the solution, it was about participating in the journey and allowing that journey to uncover the solution that was with you all along. The mystery was merely the tool that drew you forward, and it was the journey itself that revealed the truth. You are now a part of that truth. Consider how all the patterns we've explored, the cycles of repetition, the visualizations, the emotional embodiment, and the act of letting go, how they all work in synchronicity to create the transformation we've been discussing. They weren't random pieces, but carefully designed tools, and by using them, you've activated a powerful system for change. Each pattern interacts with the others, creating a cohesive and effective system, and the more you engage with these patterns, the deeper they will become ingrained in your being. You weren't just learning about these ideas, you were learning to use them, and that is the key to true transformation. These patterns are not just ideas, they are tools to use as you move forward in your life. You have fully grasped the overall structure and can now use it in any area of your life. Think back to the beginning of our journey, the initial questions that were posed, and those questions have now found their answers. Does an ancient secret exist? Yes, it does, and it was within you the whole time. Can you transform your life? Absolutely, and you have the tools to do it. Do you possess the power to create your reality? Without a doubt, and you have just experienced it. You now possess the knowledge, the understanding, and the experience to change your life, and the journey that you embarked on was designed to bring you to this understanding. The path wasn't just about understanding an idea, it was about embodying the knowing, and now you know. The questions that drove you forward have now brought you to the answers you sought. With this understanding, you've arrived at a place of completion, a sense of release knowing that the journey has been completed, and the steps necessary for transformation have been taken. The tension that has been building throughout this discussion has now dissipated, and you have arrived at a space of knowing, a space of understanding, and a space of full integration. The tension was a tool that built the understanding, and now it's time to step into your new reality, a place of empowered knowing, and a place of limitless potential. This feeling of release and understanding is the very evidence of your work, and it is the sign of your completion. The journey has come to a close, but the transformation has just begun. Now, let's expand, because this is not the end, it's simply the beginning of a much larger journey. What else is possible now that you understand this power? How else will you apply these new ideas in your life? These are the questions that will take you to the next level of your own personal growth, and the answers will be found through continued exploration. What new realities can you create with this knowledge? How else can you use the power that you hold within you? You've just begun to scratch the surface, and the possibilities are truly limitless. It's now time to take that power and go even deeper. And what other paths are available to you now? You can explore different forms of visualization, more powerful affirmations, and various mental exercises to support your continued growth. Continue to apply the methods that you've learned, and also seek out new techniques to deepen your understanding and to refine your practice. This is an ongoing journey, and the more you explore, the more you will find. It isn't about arriving at a final destination, but about continuously evolving into the next version of yourself, and this journey is infinite. There are no limits to your growth, and this is just the beginning of what's possible. I also want to invite you to share your experiences and breakthroughs in the comments. Share how this practice has shifted your life, how you feel more empowered, and how you're beginning to recognize the subtle shifts that have begun to take place. When you share, you not only strengthen your own commitment, but you also inspire others to embark on their own journeys of self-discovery. Your contribution is important, and you are not alone in this journey. There is so much power in community, and by sharing your insights, you support not only yourself, but all of us. Your voice matters, and it is an essential piece of the larger puzzle. And to help you continue this journey, I want to offer you a few additional resources for further exploration. I'll include links to videos that explore these concepts in more depth, and areas where you can research the different areas that we've discussed in this video. Continue to seek understanding, continue to apply these principles, and continue to believe in your own limitless potential. You now understand the power that resides within you, and I have no doubt that you will use that power to create a life that is filled with joy, abundance, peace, and love. You have unlocked the ancient secret, and you hold the power to shape your reality. Remember, you are more powerful than you know. Thank you for listening.